Hello all, welcome to WFHR's Rapids Report, proudly brought to you by Crockett Septic. We appreciate you all joining us and want to welcome in our friends, family Natural Foods. We have Steven and Katrina with us right now. Thanks a lot for being here, you guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for having
us.
us.
Got plenty to get into today, but before we jump right in, I want to send a big appreciation to you guys letting me talk sports or helping me talk sports, because you guys are co-sponsors of Playmakers, which we greatly appreciate. And I'm more of a megaphone for the community and the insane sports community that loves to talk and just get this stuff out of there. You guys are part of what helps us do that, so appreciate you.
Sure,
Thanks so much for that.
It's a home run for all.
Nicely done. Nicely done, Kat. We're already hitting on
He's
cylinders.
missed me on radio.
I really have. What has been going on over there? What's happening?
So, the Playmakers, I think, would appreciate this, and probably everybody in our local community. We have a really great event coming up. It's a health talk. The title is Natural Medicines That Outperform Drugs. So this is going to be a really great talk by our friends from Terry Naturally, which is a wonderful Wisconsin-based company. Over the last, 4 years?
It's been about 3 years that we've been super fortunate. I think there was a year break, but we've had Terry Lemron himself doing the presenting, and it's been fantastic. And unfortunately, he won't be able to make it for this event, but his lead educator, his lead lady, she's awesome. She's an incredible educator.
Yeah, Cheryl Myers.
Myers is her name. She's doing it.
She's the second in command, basically,
yes.
and lead educator and product developer. She's been working with Terry pretty much from the beginning. I mean,
actually, in his old enzymatic days.
Oh, that's right.
She was part of it. So she's been with him probably for at least 20 years, I would say. Yeah,
possibly longer. And Cheryl's pretty amazing. She's got a background in oncology, which is cancer, cancer research, cancer treatment, and so she'll talk with great authority on that topic.
She's a nurse.
A nurse by trade. And she's got a lot of experience. She'll talk about a bunch of things. If you've got questions on pain, well, this is a topic to come to. She'll talk about how you address chronic pain. The topic of cancer, I'm sure, will come up. They've got some of the leading natural medicines. Again, this is where the title comes from. Natural medicines that outperform drugs. They've got some of the most researched ingredients that they use in their products, and Cheryl will talk about that. It doesn't matter what it's A to Z. There's something they've got at their product line that addresses a lot of these health things. And not only that, we're really excited. She's going to talk about some upcoming new products that are just coming out now. They'll be available at this event, but these are products that'll be good for everybody. And that's really the idea of this topic. Is we picked, they talked to us and we talked to them, and kind of a lot of back and forth, like, what should we talk about? And we're like, we want it to be something that everybody could appreciate, and talk about topics that or products that maybe people have never heard about. Everyone always loves that. You kind of get on social media, TikTok, whatever, and there's some new thing, right? These are the new things.
Right.
They're not out there yet, and they might be next month. But for now, these are brand new things. And I guess I haven't even told people when this event is.
Well, let's tell them.
I was just sort of like rambling on about how great this event is going to be.
It is going to be great, and you've got to join. But the event is going to be Wednesday, June 25th at 5:15, because Terry and his team bring a lot of people, and Cheryl will as well. We so thankful.
We've had as many as 100 people at these talks from the Terry Naturally crew in past years. So like Katrina said, we had to find a bigger house for it, and we wanted to find one as close to our own house.
Yes, exactly. Neighbors. In our neighbor church, the First Baptist Church is going to be having the presentation there. So we thank our neighborhood church for letting us be there. And it's this beautiful church. It's literally right behind Family Natural Foods.
It's historic.
It's historic, gorgeous church. So you can park at Family Natural Foods, and you can walk over. If you have a hard time walking, and you're welcome to park in their parking lot or in the nearby streets. But if you have no issues walking, we encourage people to park at Family Natural Foods, because later on we're going to be there, which we'll talk about in a moment. But yeah, it's Wednesday, June 25th at 5:15 at the First Baptist Church. It's usually lasts for about an hour to an hour and a half because they pack it full of so much information. It's not required, but RSVPs are always nice because then they know how many packets to plan for.
Yeah.
And they're such a great team at Terry Natural because they give people these binders of information on all of these slides that she's going to talk about, so you can make notes on there. They usually have some samples that they give out. So it's a really wonderful, well-organized event where they have all that information ready for them.
Will there be any sales to go along with this?
Absolutely. Yes, definitely.
Yeah, our biggest sale of the year, and it's so big that we can't actually say the number.
Right. I love
the
this.
discount amount. I mean, there's kind of like legal, technical reasons for it, but the sale is bigger than we can tell you it is.
Right.
We often, probably right now for that matter, have a 20% off on a lot of Terry's products. So you can use your imagination. But yes, if 20% off is a normal sale for us with them, this might be a little more.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's always great, and people come out for that alone. Oftentimes, a great time to stock up on
Definitely.
on some of your favorite products.
If you know that you take something for neuropathy or something for pain and inflammation, you religiously take X amount of them per month. You can just think about it ahead of time and buy, okay, I need 4 bottles of this or whatever it might be. But I want to mention just something about Cheryl that I love because I've met her at a handful of different seminars and learning education. In fact, Steven's going tomorrow to one, and so he'll get educated by Cheryl again. All of our staff has gotten trained on Terry Natural brand, and they do a lot of extensive education, which is wonderful. But I love learning from Terry in his own way. But what I love about Cheryl is she brings a different kind of excitement and story and explains it in a very easy way to understand. Very easy to understand.
Yeah, she adds some humor.
Touch of humor with it.
You just kind of she's just fun, and she's got this kind of folksy Midwestern kind of Wisconsin.
Yes.
Where she feels like she could be your neighbor. I mean, I've got neighbors that are just like this, you know. But then all day she's doing research and education. That's all she does. So somehow she's able to take all this really complicated stuff and then make it kind of interesting and engaging to learn about in a way that's actually, in my opinion, better than Terry. I love Terry, and he's authoritative to listen to. We'll have him back anytime he wants to come. But I wouldn't miss hearing Cheryl because she brings a different perspective. Maybe you've heard some stuff from Terry. Maybe you came last year and you're like, oh yeah, I heard Terry speak. Well, this is another reason to come this time, is just because it's a little different perspective on the same great content.
Cheryl also has maybe the greatest title I've ever heard for somebody. The lead educator, that is such a cool title.
Product developer. So she's a great person to talk to be like, hey, I've always wanted a product for ringing in the ears or something like that, because guys, she's developing products. Yeah, it's wonderful.
To that point, and this is something that I actually was prepping for the last time we got together, and we're talking about getting ready to just tease the event. I wouldn't say I did any homework on this. I just kind of went to the Terry website and looked into the products a little more because I hadn't in a while. And looking at them, seeing, it's maybe been a couple months since I've been to the website or something like that. And I'm seeing new this, new that, new this, and it gets me thinking about it. And business in general, and I think we do this a lot with the supplement industry, where we put the blanket of business onto it and treat it that way as such. And certainly there are companies that might do that and everything. Any business out there, Business 101, to survive is you make new products. You keep new things new and fresh and everything. That's not the case with the supplement industry, at least companies that are doing this right. They have their products, they're standbys, they're strong, and they're out there for years, decades, if they're any good at it. With Terry and his team and what they're doing, they see gray areas in society. They see things like you just touched on there, Katrina, with the ringing in the ears or things that could be better. And I mean, I would think overall, and not speaking for them, just worded from the website itself and everything to the topic that you guys are focusing on with this event. This is one of the biggest topics we have going on right now, and people wanting to look at, I don't want to take this same old thing that my parents took, or that we've just always
prescription drug you've always been given. What else can you do that won't have side effects but side benefits?
Yeah, totally.
Lots of good things.
Cheryl's somebody who will cover that, and I kind of wanted to give people a little bit of idea of what Cheryl's done. So she's a nationally recognized speaker And she's done interviews with, so like these are all publications that we'll know, right? And know very well. So she's done interviews with the New York Times.
Oh, yeah.
The Wall Street Journal. And Prevention Magazine. So those are all, really top publications. To have her be a national speaker that gets into these publications is a big deal. So
she's coming to Rapids on June 25th at 5:15 if you want to hear this wonderful speaker, as well as, she's published in really well-known
I would
magazines.
say the only hole in her resume is the Rapids report. I think that's the
Yeah,
only
we should get her on here. We should get her on.
I bet we could get her on here sometime. That'd be fun.
And she'll be coming to town, so that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and then,
folks can stick around afterwards too. So she'll present on these, up and coming new products and innovations they're working on, and then she'll talk about the existing ones, the ones that are well researched, the turmeric extracts that they make, the stuff for neuropathy that Katrina was mentioning, diabetes,
anxiety, like a lot of these. These are big topics. She's going to talk about the big topics, as well as, like Steven said, some of these newer ones. So she'll talk about that. But then afterwards, we have like a meet and greet.
Yeah, she'll stick around, answer some personal, questions. Sometimes you've got a question, you're like, I don't think this relates to everybody in the room, but I kind of want to ask her. So like, come over afterwards. I'm sure she'll stick around and love to talk to folks.
And then at the store, we'll stay open a little bit longer too. We'll have that extra extended sale just afterwards. So stick around. And then, so that sale will be just afterwards. There'll be a consistent sale in the month of July. The whole line of Terry will be on sale, but it'll not be as good of sale as it is just that night. And then we'll have some just like finger food. Some local farmers doing some meat sampling, some cheese, some beverage, and some other little finger food. So definitely worth coming to. And
it's gonna be a fun night.
Yeah,
that's gonna be a fun night. And what are the details on that again?
Yeah, so it's going to be on Wednesday, June 25th at 5:15, First Baptist Church. That's 910 McKinley Street here in Wisconsin Rapids. If you have any questions, feel free to call us at Family Natural Foods, 715-423-3120. We're really looking forward to having everyone there.
If people are able to RSVP, can they do that through the Facebook page or through your website? Or
you could do it either way. Either way would be great. And bring your neighbor, your cousin, or your worst enemy, whoever.
Bring them all. Bring
them all. I mean, that's what we found over the last few years, because when we had, these speakers from Terry Naturally come, they'd come and they'd be like, well, this is really good. Who should be here?
Yeah.
Fill in the blank, right?
Right.
And then next year they brought that person or those two or three people.
Just bring them now.
Just bring them this time, and then you don't have to sit there and be like, oh, who should have been here?
Yes.
Because we all have those family members, and what's interesting. I mean, I've got a family member right here with me.
What are you going to say, Steven? I'm listening.
Typically, from my experience, and this isn't just personal experience, I hear this from other people. The people that are hardest to help are the ones that are closest to you, especially family. I think we all know that. Like, you got your mom or something, you're like, oh, like she's got diabetes or she's got whatever, and you're like, I just want to help her. I have all these answers. I got this right here. And you try to give it to her, and it won't do any good, right?
No.
But if James comes over and just knocks on the door like randomly and says, hey, how's it going?
This is what you should do.
This is what you should do. They'll be like, well, I got to do this,
right.
Yeah. And so that's where bringing your friends or family, those folks that are kind of like, they need this information, and maybe more than you even. So you don't have to tell them. You just tell them to come. And
make it a fun date together.
That's always a great way to do it. Yeah, and maybe they go home and they just sit on it and they come back the next day or the next week or something and they learn something. It might take them a while, but typically, and this has always been our case with Terry Naturally, the research is so strong and so authoritative. I mean, you don't come up with a title like Natural Medicines that outperform drugs. Because you're selling, I don't know, vitamin C, which is wonderful. Don't get me wrong. This is one that's impactful. So, anyways, I think just as a quick one last reminder, come to our talk. It's going to be on the 25th of June,
Wednesday, June 25th at 5:15, First Baptist Church. So definitely come. And in the meantime, I don't know about you all, but allergies,
Ugh.
heavy weather, maybe with
Yeah.
these fires in Canada.
Those Canadians.
I know I sound like this, but in my head, I sound like this.
Yes.
This is what I'm hearing.
Right.
It's driving me crazy.
I mean,
Yeah.
has anyone looked outside? There's pollen in the gutters, pollen on your car when you park for 2 minutes. I mean,
Pollen in the air.
It's
Oftentimes you
thick.
drive past, there's a lot of pines. So you drive past these pine plantations and you just see like this wave and you're like,
Yes.
it's kind of got a tinge of yellow.
I
Yes.
saw the sun on a milk carton. Like, people have not seen the sun in that long. No, okay, maybe
Right.
exaggeration.
That was
maybe
good, though.
That's funny.
That
Yeah.
was good.
Yeah, there's been some of these days with the forest fires or whatever, and it's like, is it, what time of day is it? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't really see the sun. So anyways,
So,
Katrina's
we
been,
got some answers
Yep.
for you, everyone. I mean, these two could chat more about the sun and the so
Katrina's
on,
gonna
but
get to
I'm going to
it.
give you some answers because I'm a little action oriented over here.
Yeah.
Sorry, everyone. Okay, so let's talk allergy. One of our go-tos is quercetin.
Yeah.
Upping that, maybe even taking a little bit more this time of the season.
Speaking of Terry Naturally, they have the one I like the best. It has a better absorption.
Mm-hmm.
And I've tried all of these, and this one just works so much better. Typically, one capsule a day is
Mm-hmm.
fine. On a heavier day like this, maybe I'll take one in the morning, one at night. There's other brands where I was taking like 3 or 4 a day, and it was just like, still wasn't quite getting it. But yeah, quercetin.
Quercetin's great.
A lot of benefits. It's a great antioxidant in general. So it kind of like Katrina kind of mentioned earlier, there's side benefits to it.
Yeah.
But the main reason I take it is for allergies and for cold and flu health.
Yep. Yeah, and there's a lot of homeopathics, whether they're for kids or adults or elderly,
Very
that's
safe,
really
yeah.
safe and great to take for this time of the year with extra allergies. If it's more sinus, we have other really great Terry products for the sinus health. But we just want to put that plug out that we have a handful of things for the sinus allergy
Allergies,
season.
the pollen, whatever's blowing around.
But I want to talk a little bit about with the heavier air and the forest fires coming over from Canada, it's harder to breathe. It's just, we all feel it. You know, we can feel that. And I want to mention, I've been upping my greens, because in greens, like green vegetables, as well as if you take it in a supplement form, they have a lot of things like called chlorophyll, which
It's what makes it green.
It's what makes it green.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so chlorophyll helps oxygenize your cells. And so we need more oxygen right now since the air is thick and we're getting less of that. So I've been upping my greens and or chlorophyll, and I think that's just a good practice for all of us.
Oh, it's great. It
But
gives you energy.
chlorophyll, yeah.
It's like it like energizes you by getting your body more oxygen. Like
Yes.
what a great way to. There's no caffeine. It's not a stimulant. It's like Katrina said. It's like having like 5 salads.
Yeah.
And I like salads, but 5's a little much.
Right. And so we have a chlorophyll in a capsule or a liquid. All are good options. We have this uncle that goes to Colorado in the mountains to help to hunt for elk, and he
with
uses
elevation.
this because of the elevation change. There's less oxygen. He takes this about a couple weeks ahead, and he takes it while he's there. And he noticed a huge game change for him. Like he can,
Oh,
he's
big
not
game?
out of big game,
Nice.
elk big
Nicely
game,
done.
that kind of game.
Wow, is that wild? Huh?
It's so wild.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, you guys are great.
It's a little gamey, guys.
It's good. But anyways, chlorophyll is really good at upping your game in the altitude.
Yep.
If you're in the mountains, or right now we're not having altitude change, but it feels like
There's a little less oxygen. And our lungs are working harder. So this
Yeah.
is just a good little jump start for anybody. And I think you'll find that you like it. And I just like to have it around. Some
Yep.
days I don't always take it all the time. For certain seasons, maybe I'll take it for a month or so. And we have folks that do take it all the time. You can. It's certainly very healthy and safe. If you have any kind of respiratory things, you just need more oxygen. COPD. There you go.
Yeah,
That was
there
like
you go.
something
Yeah,
C. Would be a great person to try this. But it's the one I like best, just because when people come in the store, they'll be like, "You guys talked about this thing."
What was it?
There's a company called Herbs Etc. They're out of New Mexico. Started by an herbalist, so they're doing things right. It's the number one seller for chlorophyll, and I think the reason is because he does it really well. It's very concentrated, so you don't need to take a lot of it. And I prefer it in the soft gels, and this is just from personal experience. The liquid, again, we said this is the way that the plants get their color, and the color is green. Just spoiler
Gorgeous
alert.
green.
It's a gorgeous emerald green, and sometimes it's a gorgeous emerald green everywhere, because if you spill it, it's everywhere.
Yes. But if you want to do natural dyeing and you don't want to use fake colors,
Yeah, that's
it's a
true.
great alternative
Could be a
for
good
that.
food coloring if you want to make some cupcakes or
But
something.
don't spill it.
For St. Patrick's Day, plan
There you
ahead.
go. Yep.
But yeah, you don't really want to spill it, and if you get it if you get it too concentrated on your tongue gets a little green.
Which could be kind of fun.
The soft gels, because they made it so concentrated, you just take 1 or 2 soft gels a day, and then you don't have to worry about getting it on your fingers or anything else.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with the liquid. I'm just telling you that as a kind of idea. And also, if you do take this long enough, it turns your poop green.
Huh.
It's not a problem. Sometimes it's nice to know these things ahead of time.
So you're
yeah.
not like, what happened to me?
Yeah.
It says it on the back of the bottle.
But not everybody reads that.
But if you don't read that and you're kind of like, why is my poop green? And
would
you're
be
like,
a question.
Drive
It
into
would-
the emergency room.
Right.
Yes.
It's not a problem. Don't worry about it. It just means that you have extra chlorophyll in your body. Like I said, it's like eating 5 salads instead of 1.
Right.
Yep.
Right. I'm taking a picture of that before you guys leave.
Yeah.
If anything, to get my mother off my back. She's
There you
just
go.
been on me about this stuff in the years past, but especially in the last couple of weeks with the way the weather has been
Yes.
and stuff. And
Yep.
she
Yeah.
hears me wheezing and all this stuff. And
Yeah.
especially doing this job, by the end of the day, I'm just, I got nothing. So.
Right, yeah, you're using your lungs all the time. Spare those lungs.
Yeah, well, and I know I'm not alone in that. There's so many other people out there struggling with that, probably even more than I am. So this is not only a great product, but a great event to tell us about as well
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah.
One more time,
Let's
Katrina?
save that date, everyone. It's going to be a presentation called Natural Medicines That Outperform Drugs. This is going to be done by the Terry Natural team. It's on Wednesday, June 25th at 5:15, First Baptist Church. Then come on over to Family Natural Foods, get some extra sales and treats, meet and greet, all the lovely things at Family Natural Foods to follow.
That'd be awesome.
They'll be at 910 West Grand Avenue right here in Wisconsin Rapids. Give them a call, 715-423-3120, 423-3120. Bookmark their webpage, familynaturalfood.com. And, of course, keep up to date on all the things they're doing on social media and share their posts on your page. You just never know who might see it otherwise. Appreciate you guys. Thanks a lot
Yeah.
for the time.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
We'll talk again real soon, and we'll a big thank you to Crockett Septic, of course, sponsoring this great show of ours, and all of you for listening here at WFHR's Rapids Report.